Hi everyone, it's Sarah from Plan Sarah Plan, and welcome to my first ever favorites video. All through the month of July, I've been keeping track of my favorites in this 12-box spread, and I have a combination of planner products, lifestyle, not just products, but ideas or practices, and hair and beauty products to show you. So I'm going to start cheap on this one and let you know that one of my very favorite products and discoveries in the month of July is Dollar Tree nail polish. This is the brand LA Colors, and at my Dollar Tree there are about 5 colors, and I was very skeptical because it's $1. But I've tried this color, which is kind of lavender. My nails are chipped right now. This is not Dollar Tree nail polish. This is some other brand that my mother had, and I painted my nails last week. So I'm going to just split the screen and just show you an at-home manicure using this LA Colors. This is number 612, and it's basically a light purple. But I also have one that's sort of almost neon pink orange, and at first I thought this is going to be too loud, but it looks amazing when it's on, and most importantly it lasts just as well as any other nail polish that I have. I have OPI, Revlon, CoverGirl, all kinds of nail polishes, China, what's it called? China Glaze, and this nail polish lasts just as well. So I recommend it. Let me show you some of my other colors. This is the one that might be my favorite. It's number 516, and this one was 612. I think I said that, 516, and then 402, which is just white. And then I've got this top coat, which is a rapid dry top coat, all from the Dollar Tree. They're great. I really recommend this kind of neon pinkish one. The colors might not be consistent. I actually bought another bottle that I thought was a different color. It's the same number. So, you know, it had more of an orange tint to it. So I have 2 bottles of this, one that leans more in the orange direction. But this stuff I think is great. Dollar Tree. Okay, so here's a semi-makeup product. It's Burt's Bees Lip Shimmer. And it's basically, this has been around for many years, so probably you've at least seen it. But my favorite 2 colors during the summer were Guava, that was my number 1. And it's just kind of a very pale pink with a shimmer to it. I mean, it's called a lip shimmer. And then I ordered from Amazon. My drugstore didn't have any more Guava, and so I thought I would check Amazon. They did, at that time they didn't have Guava. Now they do. I checked again this morning. They do have it, but this one is called Peony. So I have Peony also, and it looks like, here's what color it looks like. It doesn't go on this dark, so I'm wearing it right now. And it's very natural looking. It's not like a big pop of color, but what I like is it has a medicated feel. It has peppermint oil in it, so it gets kind of that tingly medicated feel. But my favorite one is this one, which is the Guava one, and it is like all gone. There's nothing left. I've used that to death. And the thing that I like about these is that they're so petite that you can slip it in your pocket. And I've been on the go a lot. I've been visiting my mom 3 times a week, helping her move, just on the go a lot. And sometimes I don't want to lug my purse. And if I'm going to be in another place away from home for several hours and I'm doing some like lifting or moving or rearranging or something, and I just don't want to carry my purse in, I just stick one of these in my pocket, and it doesn't bulk up or anything. It's just great. It's very tiny, and it's moisturizing for your lips. It's just a great product. So Burt's Bees Lip Shimmer is my number 2 favorite for July. Let's go on to hair. So my hair looks a little bit better than usual right now because I just washed it and did a blowout. I only wash my hair about 2 or 3 times a week now. I used to have to wash it every single day because it was more oily, but as I've gotten older, I don't have to wash it that often. But my sister-in-law in the great big city of Los Angeles discovered this and sent it to me. It is called Wonder Water. And well, that's like the name that L'Oreal gives to it. L'Oreal Envive 8-second Wonder Water. And it is Lamellar water. Now I Googled that because I didn't know how to pronounce it. Is it Lamellar? Is it, I don't, but the majority of pronunciation guides on the internet said it was Lamellar water. This is not like an invention of L'Oreal, I don't think. There are other brands that have it, but this one is pretty economical. It's $9.99 on Amazon. That's where I got it. And here's what it is. You use it after you shampoo your hair. So you wash your hair as usual, rinse it out, and then you just sort of, wring out the excess water. I have longer hair, so what I do is kind of part it along the back and divide my hair into 2 sections. And then while your hair is wet and you're still in the shower, and using these little guides on the back of the bottle, which indicate how much is like a single dose or a single use of 20 milliliters. I use a little bit more than that because my hair is longer, but they say like for short to medium hair, 20 milliliters is the right amount. So you just kind of look at this guide to see how much you've used because it's very liquidy, just like water. It's not thick at all. So it's got this application nozzle and I just hold my hair out like this and kind of do a zigzag motion. And sometimes I will go and do the other side the same way. And then for 8 seconds, you just work it through your hair. You just kind of start right here and go down. If you do get it on your scalp, they say that you'll feel like a heat sensation or a tingly sensation, and that's okay. But I don't recommend doing it on your scalp. But anyway, you work it through for about 8 seconds. You might not notice anything special at that point, but then you rinse it out. That's when I notice the difference. When I'm rinsing it out, all of a sudden, my hair feels so soft. It's really, really freaky. It works in 8 seconds, literally. So I go over to the other side and do the zigzag application on each side and then work it through. Or I just do this for 8 seconds and then I rinse that out and it's super soft. And your hair will be, if it works on you like it does on me, so soft that you might not even feel like you need to use any conditioner after that. But I use a lot of heat styling products. My hair is super curly actually. And in order to straighten it, I do a blow dry and then I follow up with a flat iron. And I like to protect my hair with conditioner, even though it will be plenty soft after this. Wonder Water, or if you just want to sound like you really know something, you say Lamellar water by L'Oreal. Okay, the next thing is a favorite food that I've had during the month of July. It's been so hot here. I live in Southwest Virginia. Recently, my brother came to visit and he introduced us to overnight oats. All you do is you take rolled oats, you dump some, now we're eyeballing here, you dump some in a bowl, and I will do it and just put a video up on the screen to show you what I'm doing. You add some chia seeds and you put a splash of milk in there. And you could also use water, I think. And you stir that around, just a little bit of milk at first. And then you can do a variety of things at this point. My favorite thing to do is to add a big spoon of peanut butter. I make enough for 2 servings so my husband can have some and I can have some. Work that peanut butter around in the oats until it is evenly dispersed. And then you add more milk. I just eyeball it until there is just a little more milk than oats, if that makes sense, because the oats are going to be absorbing the milk. And then I add some blueberries. So about 1/4 cup of blueberries per person. So I put about 1/2 cup of blueberries in there and you fold those blueberries in. If it looks like it's getting really thick, then go ahead and add more water or more milk. And then you kind of stir that up, put a lid on it, and then stick it in the refrigerator. The next morning you have cold oatmeal. I'd never eaten cold oatmeal before. I add a little bit more milk. The way that I make it, it's unsweetened. except for any sugar that might be in the peanut butter. And so you can add a little bit of honey, or my husband loves to add brown sugar to his, or you can just go without any sweetener at all. And it's a refreshing breakfast. It's just great during hot weather, and I think it's probably a little bit good for you also. So that has been my favorite go-to summertime breakfast, overnight oats. Okay, now let's talk about cleaning a little bit. My mood changes based on scents. Like a scent can either make me feel really serene and happy and calm, or it can drive me crazy. It can give me a headache. So I'm a little bit picky about scents, and cleaning products sometimes give me a headache. But I love using essential oils and some cleaning products. And my favorite scent all summer has been Bluebell. And I have, this is a Mrs. Meyers product. I have this in the hand soap and in the dish soap, and also in this all-purpose cleaner. To describe this, I feel like if you could just picture this, you're going into a boutique where they sell like those linen or flax sort of designer relaxing clothes, and maybe they have incense or candles or some handmade soaps, and you get kind of a whiff of maybe patchouli and maybe just a soft floral scent mixed in there with it. It reminds me of that. It's just so nice. I love this scent. I love to use the dish soap as well as this all-purpose cleaner for cleaning all around the house. So I will use actually dish soap to clean my bathroom, or to sometimes clean hand washables, just a little drop of it. This stuff here, you can dilute it and it still has a really nice, strong, but not too strong scent. As we move into the fall, I'm going to phase this out as I finish using it. I love it though, and it's not really summer specific, but I want to try a new one, which is Acorn Spice, and it's Mrs. Meyers. I haven't tried Acorn Spice yet, so I'm excited to try that. But this one was a new one for me, and I highly recommend it. It's just good for any season, and it's light and calming and soothing somehow to me. So speaking of cleaning, I don't really enjoy cleaning most of the time, but when I do clean, I enjoy it more if I turn it into a game. And I have a few cleaning games that I use, and one of them is circuit cleaning. So for circuit cleaning, what I do is I take a notebook or a notepad and I list out different areas of my house, and I focus on usually 3 areas, but it could be more. And this helps especially if you're overwhelmed. So here's how it works. You list those areas. So let's just take bathroom, kitchen, living room. And you go around with your notebook or your notepad and you write down the worst thing, one thing, the worst thing in each of those rooms that you can fix in under 5 minutes. So if you go in the kitchen, the one worst thing that you could fix in 5 minutes might be the dirty spaghetti pot. And then in the bathroom, maybe there's a pile of wet towels that you need to just get out of there and take to the laundry. And then in the living room, maybe there are cushions from the sofa down on the floor, and you could quickly tidy that up. What you do is you do that one thing in each room. You don't stay in the one room doing several things. Then you loop back around. So it's a circuit. You loop back around, go back to the first room that you started in, and what is the next thing that you can fix in under 5 minutes? And so you keep going around in a circle, okay? This is probably crazy to some people, but for those of you who have kind of an aversion to doing things a normal way, you might like this. So I actually like circuit cleaning so much that I had a notepad made to go with circuit cleaning. This is the focused daily planning notepad from Erin Condren, and I just had circuit cleaning put at the top. And the reason this pad works great for it is that it's got 3 headers here. So I can put those 3 areas of my house in those headers. And then there are like 10 lines or something underneath each header. So I can go through and do circuit cleaning with this notepad. You don't need a custom notepad though. You can just do it with a notepad. You can do it with a notebook, whatever that you like. Another take on this, the same idea, but not for cleaning, is doing projects on a circuit. So very often I get myself involved in projects that require time, creativity, and some focus. And sometimes I have more than one project going on and I'm juggling. And when the overwhelm starts to set in, that's when I'll put these things on a circuit. Maybe I am doing the music in church on Sunday. I'm working on a scrapbook. And then a third project might be an upcoming birthday for a family member that I'm planning a celebration for. When I'm feeling overwhelmed, instead of just focusing on one project, I will list one thing that I can do to move forward in each of those projects. Just like with the circuit cleaning. And the easier that task is, the better, because you're gonna build momentum as you cross these things off your list. So the whole idea is to make it a simple and short action that will take you one step closer to finishing that project. In a scrapbook, maybe I will complete one page. On the birthday party thing, maybe I will brainstorm a list of foods to serve. And for the music for church, maybe I will just simply write down the hymns or the special music that we are going to be doing in church that week. Just one step that's very quick and simple. I go through each of those things before I move on to the second step in each category. Does that make sense? You have to touch base with each one before you come back around to the first one again. My friend, Cece Bell, who is a wonderful children's book author, but an even better friend, she has a system very similar to this, where I think she calls it the next step or do the next thing. So she's got a chalkboard where she writes down all of her projects. And then you've got like columns to the right of that. You have to do the next step in each of those projects before you can move on to another step in the same project. And it just kind of brings some calm when you're overwhelmed by a bunch of things that you have to do and when you feel like you've got too much to do. So, circuit cleaning / circuit projects. No favorites video on my channel would be complete without some planner specific items. So I'm just going to tell you my current favorites when it comes to planning. I'm a paper planner. I use an Erin Condren life planner and I do planning videos all of the time. When I do my planning, here are some of my favorite tools. I recently switched to this pen. This is the Mate InkJoy Gel pen, which is not new, and it's not even new to me. It's just newly my favorite. I have found that I like using blue ink. I was team black ink for a really long time. Now I'm team both, but this pen in blue, this is the 0.7, does wonders for my handwriting. And I love to take my time and write as neatly as I can. I have handwriting, penmanship envy of so many planner people on YouTube and Instagram that I have made it my mission to improve my own handwriting and just make it as neat as it can be. This pen is my favorite. In my opinion, my writing looks so much better when I use this pen. I love it. It doesn't bleed through. It has a beautiful color. It's very inky. I like that. And so I ordered a whole box of them and I've used half of this box. I ordered this at the beginning of the summer and it's halfway used up. So my other thing I've already mentioned is the Notepad from Erin Condren. This is the daily focused notepad. And my third thing, this is a fun one. And I've got these grouped in little baggies. The artist collaboration washi tape at the washi tape shop. I am all about the Van Gogh washi tape. And I've done some plan with me's with this washi tape. So I've already talked about it a lot. And it has a Van Gogh masterpiece, but added metallic gold accents. This one reminds me of the Blue Ridge Mountains where I live. If this were not Van Gogh, I would think this is the Blue Ridge Mountains. Sunflowers. Irises. This one is my favorite, I think. Starry Night. It's just stunning. The set that has Starry Night, irises, and sunflowers is called the Irises set. This is called the Wheatfield set. So you can get packs of 3, or you can get the entire collection, a pack of 6. And the last favorite that I will discuss is a book and a principle from a book. So many of you have been reading The Lazy Genius Way by Kendra Adachi. I have been listening to it on Audible. And the principle of deciding once is my favorite. I think there are a few favorites, but that one has kind of helped me to eliminate some confusion about things. So one of the hobbies that I really love the most is scrapbooking. But there are all these methods of scrapbooking. There's Project Life, there is Creative Memories, there is digital scrapbooking, there's traditional just paper scrapbooking, there are photo albums, and within those things there are different sizes. And I find myself dabbling in a little of everything, and that has prevented me from keeping up with the scrapbooking that is important to me. And so I need to decide once and for all, what kind of scrapbooking do I do? So I like digital scrapbooking. So I've got that taken care of. Digital scrapbooking. What size do I like? Well, I recently scrapbooked a big 12 by 12 page just randomly. It was for Mother's Day and I love it. It's great. But I have this 12 by 12 Mother's Day page scrapbooked and no book that's 12 by 12 to put it in. I'm not sure what struck me that I did that. And then I've got some random pages that are 8.5 by 11 that slip very easily into those Pioneer letter size scrapbooks that are at most hobby shops. Then when I do scrapbooking for my piano students and I make what I call a senior book for them, which is basically a scrapbook of all of the pictures that I can locate of them during their entire time of taking piano lessons with me, those are always 8 by 8 scrapbooks. And honestly, that's the style that I'm the most comfortable with and the size that I'm the most comfortable with. So I need to just decide once. When I scrapbook, I do digital scrapbooking and I do 8 by 8 pages. Problem solved. And then I don't end up with these random 12 by 12 sheets with no book. Another way deciding once helps is with meal planning. For us, Friday night is pizza night. We've decided once, we know every Friday what we're going to eat. And that's a pretty simple one, but you can apply that to every single day. On Tuesday, it's tacos. On Wednesday, it's Italian. On Monday, it's sandwiches, whatever. And for those irregular cleaning tasks that are not just something that you necessarily do every single day, you can also decide once. I know that the shower is going to get cleaned when I wash my hair. That's when I clean the shower. So if I have washed my hair, then at the end of that shower, I take whatever towels that I have at my disposal and I wipe down the shower. I clean off all of the shampoo bottles and soap bottles and things, wipe down the wall, the floor, and then I dump the towels into the dirty clothes and wash them. The shower's clean and the towels will get cleaned. I've decided once, the shower gets cleaned when I wash my hair. It's been really fun to think of other ways where I can decide once, like deciding about what you're going to wear on Mondays. That's also in the book. Highly recommend this book, especially if you're intrigued by this concept. Again, it's The Lazy Genius Way by Kendra Adachi, and deciding once is such a great principle. Why torture yourself over deciding about something that could be just your stock decision about any given aspect of life? It can be the kind of gifts that you give for birthdays, the amount of money that you spend per gift on a birthday. It can be the outfit that you're going to wear whenever you go to a wedding, the day of the week that you order groceries, and the type of scrapbooking that you do. So that's it. And I thank you so much for joining me on my first ever favorites video. This one was for July 2021, and I'm looking forward to doing this next month. And if you have any suggestions or requests for the type of things that I might talk about in my next favorites video, feel free to let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'm going rogue, you guys. I'm just going to show you the things that work well for me and help me to live a more productive, uncomplicated life. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.